Hi, this is Richard Gibbs from 64 Ounce Games. I'm here to show a blind person who has not seen my dice before the dice and see what their reaction is. This is Harley Fetterman, who is a blind person who's awesome. And right now, these a bit, and so these are dice for role-playing games.
Okay.
That is the percentile dice you're feeling there.
Ah.
So each of those has 2 numbers in Braille on them.
Okay.
And that is the one that I think I need to redo because the Braille is too hard to feel. I have it in an indent.
Oh, okay.
And that one, or all of them are in indents, but I think that I didn't give enough room around to.
Yeah, this one's a little bit difficult to read it on.
Alright, let's see if you can, or why don't we try the D10 and see if that's any better. I think both of those are the ones that I need to redo.
This, I can just barely make it out. I think that's an 8.
I don't know.
Face?
That is a 6. I think
6.
You have to have it.
I like that.
There's some learning curve to figuring out how you have to have it. I think you have to have it oriented to the left, the point, or is it the right? I don't know from your perspective. That one is a 6.
Okay.
So whatever makes sense there.
And then this is a 2. Then.
Yes, that's a 2.
Okay. So it's the longest side has to be the one on the left, then, correct?
I think so.
Okay. Oh, so that's an 8, and...
So that's the 10-sider. Is that better than the percentile die?
I think so. Let me see
that one has a J, or the number and then a J after it for 0. Because you roll both of them together and then you get a number 1 through 100.
This one is, if it was cut out maybe a little bit better in between the 1 and the 0.
Yeah, I think
that would help, I think.
Yeah, I think I'm going to make those ones a little bit bigger and definitely get rid of that wall.
Yeah, cool.
So, that's the D8.
Ooh, I like this one. That's
the D20.
Whoa.
And usually you want to have this part facing towards you. So this one right here at the top is a 17.
Okay.
Or you're not reading the 17.
Oh,
that's
that
17.
One. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So
this one, the Braille is really nice on. It's really easy for me to read, and
I think it's a little bit easy. Well, I don't know. I was going to say it's easier to orient than the other one, but because it's...
Yeah, it actually helps having the point the way it is.
Yeah, and most of them are kind of like that.
Cool.
So...
And
that is the D6 that I made. It that is a little bit, or I wanted it to be in the same style as the other ones.
Okay. So that's 1. That's 6. That's 2. That's 3. Cool. Oh, so okay, on this one it looks like it has the full Braille cell, only with the dots that are necessary to be up on it, so that makes it easier to figure out which way the numbers are supposed to be oriented, it seems like.
Well, that's good. Yeah. That's good feedback.
Cool.
And here's the D12.
D12.
And I think that is kind of like the D20, and you need to have the point facing towards you to read it correctly.
Okay. That point. Okay.
Or the point that's on the top.
Yeah. So...
I think you had that facing the wrong way for
10.
I'm trying to film and can't really see you. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 10.
Okay.
So however that is, that's the right way.
Yeah. So that means that for this one. Okay, so that means that's the direction for that one. Like that.
Well, there's a bit of a learning curve, but you're definitely
There's a little bit of one, but I'm understanding the system better.
Mm-hmm.
So these are cool.
Yeah, and I think this is the only one you haven't felt. That's the... Oh, no, there are 2 that you haven't felt. You haven't felt the... that is our D8.
Cool.
I'd like your opinion on the D4, because that's another one that that's one that I'm concerned about.
Okay. So that's 6. So this is a 9? Or wait.
There can't be a 9.
5.
Yeah, that's a 5.
Oh.
If you rolled a 9 on a D8, you'd be doing pretty well.
Man. I need to roll some more of those.
So have you played any role-playing games?
Not using, physical dice. I haven't.
Well, there hasn't been physical dice. That's why we're running the Kickstarter.
Cool. Oh, this one's interesting.
Yep, that's a D4.
So, 1...
Whatever point you have faced... So you'd have it flat on the like that. And then, like, this has all the 3s pointing up right now.
Oh, okay. So 1, 3.
There.
Or are they all supposed to be 3s?
Well, like this is be 3 on this side, 3 on this side, a 3 on that side, because you're trying to figure out what is facing up.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So.
And so then the 2s and the 4s,
Mm-hmm.
and then the 1s.
Right. So I was trying to decide, and I'm probably going to offer both, or a double-sided D4 and the pointed one, because this one I don't think rolls quite as well as the other ones, but that's...
Right.
I mean, you can try it and tell me what you think.
Okay.
Just give them a... Yeah, it does.
It didn't sound like it rolled very
It
well.
didn't roll as much. That's why I'm... So try tossing it forward at me and see how that goes.
Did it roll?
It rolled a little bit, but actually I accidentally caught it. So so that wasn't necessarily the best.
Let's try one more time. Oh.
It isn't really, or Daniel's asking, it isn't really Nemeth. I mean, because it just has the letters A, B, C, D. So it isn't dropped, because actually I shrunk the cells so that the dice were a little bit smaller and easier to roll. So I wouldn't call it necessarily Nemeth. So like this one right here is 19, so it's just says AJ, or not AJ, AI on it.
Yep.
So it's not Nemeth, and some of these ones that are like the percentile one that I'm looking at right here, I need to make bigger so there's more room for people with gorilla hands like me can actually fit in there. But you can see that all the dice or dots are indented, so when you roll it, it lays flat without...
Yeah.
So are there any suggestions that you can make to make these better when I make the final products and our Kickstarter does these? Or you think that these are okay?
I think the one thing that I might suggest is for the 4-sided dice, rather than having the barrel facing the way it is, it seems like it would be easier to read it if it's upside down, so that...
Yeah, that makes sense.
That would be the one suggestion I think I would have. And also on the 10-sided one, was it? That had the wall?
That was the percentile one.
Or the percentile one, but y'all already...
Yeah. I wasn't sure on this one which one would be more intuitive to read, because that's an interesting, and I can easily do the flip there if that's less intuitive. But I definitely see you're feeling it from the top, so you want it. Yeah. Otherwise, it's like, okay. I could change that.
Or I don't know. That one, like, it kind of depends on how people decide to read it. Mm-hmm. Because if they're like, oh, I rolled it, so I'll just chip it up on its corner, then they would find the way it is now the most useful. But for me, it looks the most useful if it were upside down, I think. Okay.
I will take that into consideration, asking a few people and see if you're in the norm, or whether if more people agree with you or with the way I have it, because I think it could go either way.
Yeah, definitely. Cool.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, how do I turn this thing off? And now for 20 minutes of my pocket, because I couldn't figure out how to turn this off.